Yeah.
Dancing horse.
Watch out, Fred. You've got a fan.
Some fans are a little too scary. Oh, no! Oh,
When?
I'm such a bad shot.
Hello everybody and welcome. This is one Fred Jones and we're back finally on the IntricateAffect server. It's been over a week since I put up a video of any kind for that matter. But we're back now. Not much has been going on as far as I'm concerned. I haven't had any time. Like I said last episode, work's been really busy. But let's go ahead and get to work on what I want to work on today, and we can talk about a few things while we're at it. I have finished the tunnel. As far as the tunnel goes, it's done. There's a few touches I want to add, and we're going to do that today in this episode. That block is wrong. This is what belongs there. But you guys voted, if you want to call it voting. Everybody who commented glass, so they all wanted glass. So that's what we did. I got glass from that last little section all the way to the fortress, and I'll show that to you guys in a second. But first I want to show you this. I've got a nice little launcher set up here. Mine carts go in there. Dispenser here. I'll show it to you guys real quick. It is kind of tricky though. I've got a unloading rail, I think is what they call it, or an ejector rail. I don't remember. I had to ask P-Town how to make it even, so I don't know that much about it. But I know it has to be powered, so I've got it set up here. I don't think it's really designed for what I'm using it for, and I may end up taking it out depending on how difficult it is for the other players to use it. But I've kind of figured it out. I've got a little knack for it. You got to have a little skill. So let me show you. You hit the button, and then you click into your minecart just like that. Sig finds something funny. Jeez, that's loud. For me, anyways. What is it? I don't even know what he's laughing at. I'm not even going to ask. So, let's write it the other way so you guys can see what the ejector / unloader rail does. Riding this direction as you're going. This is what I intended it for when you're riding this direction. Kicks you out. You don't actually have to press shift to get out. And then you can just pick up your minecart, drop it back into the hopper there, and it goes back into the dispenser. That's what I want. It's the main reason why I put it in there. It's because I want you to be ejected. I want it to be as simple as possible for the player. Now, I thought about putting in some type of a minecart retrieval system with like cactus or something, but it's just not possible. We don't have that many options with as narrow as our rail line is here. That little zombie pigment's going to cause us problems here in a second. I guarantee it. But let's show you how this thing works real quick. Of course, I just have a hopper into a hopper that goes into the dispenser. So you just drop your minecart in there, and it makes it all the way to the dispenser. And then Sig's got some really good beef, it sounds like. Obviously not in the game, but he's got some really good beef. That's cool. Yes, they do make some killer bacon cheeseburgers. Awesome. So anyways, let me show you what I got. Oh, crap, I didn't mean to break that one. Let's show you what we got going on here. Let's put that back before I forget. So, you got the button here, and it powers that little bit of redstone there, which will shut that torch off. And then that torch, when it shuts off, this line here will become unpowered, and I've got a redstone torch right there. So when that redstone torch gets its pulse, the piston goes up, and the dispenser dispenses a minecart. Pretty simple, pretty easy, not too hard to make. And we'll do the same thing on the other end as well. So let's go ahead and ride the track, and I think I actually want to change. I just heard how loud it was whenever we ride the track, and it's under players, I think. Track's under players. We'll turn it way down. Okay, back to game. Did I put that track in down here? No, I didn't. You guys will get to see the completed tunnel. Just like that. And we'll ride all the way down. I'm kind of hoping there's a zombie pigment on the track. That way I can show you guys what I do when there's a zombie pigment on the track. Of course, since I'm recording, there probably won't be any. So that's the first section. You've seen all this. Goes back into the nether rack. Comes out right here. You can see out into the nether. And really, it's not that long of a track, honestly. It just seems like it's really long. It doesn't take us any time to ride it. We've cut the time of getting from the hub to the fortress by minutes. I don't even know how many minutes. But that's where we get off. We come over here, and there's the blaze spawner. Now I'm going to fix all this up, all nice and everything. But the main reason why I stopped it here and didn't take it all the way over there is because, if you guys remember the episode where we went to the desert and we went and got the cactus and the acacia saplings. Now I told you in that episode that that portal was not near the fortress. Well, I was lying. It's actually right over there. So I'm thinking about knocking this out and making another walkway over to a portal. That way we can get to the desert really easily. I know some of the other guys have already made portals to deserts, but I figured since I'm over here so much, that would be the portal I would use to get to the desert. Yeah, and I'm not even kidding. That portal that I made on that episode was right in the middle of the fortress, right over there. But I didn't want any of the other guys to know that, just in case they thought they might want to go get a bunch of sand or something before we were ready. But, and I think I told you this, guys, in the last episode. Maybe I didn't, but we have expanded the map. It's now at 4,000 blocks in each direction, which is 8,000 by 8,000. So we've gotten a lot of cool things, and we're actually going to do something in this episode that has to do with mushrooms. Well, mycelium anyways. Because Agent A found a mushroom island out in his travels. So we've got pretty much everything except for, I think, a mesa now, which is really cool. And then also, I want you guys to note, back to the tunnel, back to talking about the tunnel, I want you guys to note that we're not really in the pathways of this fortress right here. Let's see, this is the actual pathway. And there's another one right here as well. And then this, I'll go ahead and break this down so I can show you guys. Right there's another one. I did that on purpose because if you get in those lanes right there like that with the tunnel in a fortress, blaze and wither skeletons and everything else will spawn in and cause you a lot of problems while you're trying to ride your rail. So I made sure, and I missed both of them. I missed that one and that one right there on purpose, and then I stopped it short on purpose too, because I don't want in any of these main pathways of the fortress. So now let's go ahead and get to work on this over here, and hopefully we can get this done fast enough to where we can get on that other project with the mycelium. So what am I looking for? Let's do that. And do we want to go down any further? I think we might. And I think I might have some rail over here we can use to do what I want to do. This thing is getting a lot of work. I actually, oh, and I had to do something else over here to the potion brewing stand, the automatic potion brewing stand. I don't know what's going on with the snapshots and stuff, but we set it up to where each ingredient was in the correct dropper, so they would go into the hopper in the correct order. Well, it started like picking and choosing what it wanted to do, so I had to add another hopper in here. I put the second hopper in on top, and I managed to, actually I had to swap some ingredients to make it work right. I think I swapped the spider eyes and, no, I swapped the spider eyes and the fermented spider eyes, I think, to make it work properly. But it works properly all the time now. And I even made up some extra potions because this thing has been getting a lot of work, and I want to make sure that everybody who comes over here gets all the potions they need. So let's get to work on this finally. Let's go a little bit further with this. Take that one out. We'll take that one out. detect a rail. Here, here, regular rail, regular rail, regular rail, regular rail. And then we're going to want a detector rail. A activator rail, that's what they're called, activator rails. And then a couple more powered rails. Except for I only have one powered rail. Did I have any in that chest? Did anybody notice? Do I have any over here? Let's go see. This actually might be the whole episode. I want to get to that. I can put it in another episode. I'm sure you guys won't mind. Let's go ahead and put this back. But I kind of wanted to put it in this episode. Let me see. If we do it right there, we won't need the piston, huh? That's fine. We can do it without a piston. It's no big deal. So let's go ahead and put a dispenser there. Then we'll need to put... This will be simple enough. Hopper right here. Oh, don't get down in there, stupid. Facing into there. I better tell him I'm recording. Okay. Sig and I have been talking about doing a collab together. I really want to do a collab with him. I don't know. He's probably got a pretty good idea now. So there's that. Shoot, this is going to be probably pretty easy, actually, now that I think about it. What if we put a button? Oh, I don't have any stone on me. Dang, I am so prepared. So prepared. Okay. I really just need to get back into the groove of recording. It's been a while since I've really gotten a chance to get on here and record. We are going to do an event tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil it though. If we just put a button right there, it should work. Do we have any minecarts? I just have the one. Just like that. Oh, and then I'm going to have to break this stupid thing somehow. Break. Oh man. Catch it. I didn't think about breaking the tracks before we started that. But anyways, we are doing an event. I don't want to spoil it yet. So I'm going to at least have this video and one other video done. Let's go ahead and write it back. See how the ejector works on the slabs and stuff. Alright, we get ejected. Pick up your cart, put it back in here. Easy peasy Japanesey, just like that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and check the time. I'll come back either way, let you guys know what's happening. If we got time, I want to do one more project before we finish. All right, guys. So we've got some time left in the episode, so we're going to do this thing. I've been having the hardest time finding brown mushrooms. And, you know, brown mushrooms is not one of those things that a lot of people use a whole lot of, but every farm I make, any like a blaze spawner or a skeleton farm or a spider spawner, whatever it may be, I always make the instant damage potions, and that requires brown mushrooms. So I'm always in a short supply of those, so I figured why not make some type of an automatic farm, and this is what I've come up with so far. Now I've got the mycelium that Agent A brought us over from the Mushroom Island. I put it in here. I think this is 7x7. Yep, 7x7. And I've got a dispenser here with bone meal in it. We can go ahead and fill this guy up. Okay, and then, I mean, this is going to be really incomplete even after we're done today, but, you know, I can polish on it some more. I've got a lot of polishing to do over here. The next few episodes going to be all about these farms over here. And, yeah, we're just going to spend a lot of time over here. So we'll get this thing functional. I'll show you how it works, and then we'll call it the end of the episode. So we've got a dispenser full of bone meal now. we need to put a redstone torch underneath that guy. And we need to control that redstone torch with some redstone going out this direction. Now we can go ahead and cover that up now. It's kind of frustrating working right here because the beacons are right there. So like if I stand over here, I'm outside of the beacons. They go away. And then if I walk right here, I'm inside of the beacons. I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. But anyway, so we got the redstone running out this direction. Now we're going to put a clock right here. We're going to use a comparator to make this clock. Now, these are really easy clocks to make. These comparators made it really easy to make a clock in Minecraft. So we'll go comparator on subtraction, repeater there, redstone. Now all we have to do is power this repeater from this way, and the clock will start running. So I've ran this redstone wire this way up underneath that block because that's where we're going to control the whole thing from. There goes our clock, on, off. Now I want to point out that if you look, it looks like this thing's shooting out bone meal, right? There's nothing in front of it, but it's not. So if there's nothing in front of it, you get this little smoke animation, but nothing comes out. Now, if we take a mushroom, well, I have some right here. Boom. It's like it didn't even use any, did it? That's weird. But anyways, so this guy grows. We come up here. We get our axe. Stand right in the middle. Now there's one thing that can slow us down here. And that is if the mycelium right underneath the stem of this mushroom goes away, which it did, as you can see there. Now, if you're fast enough, that won't happen. Let's go ahead and shut this off. If you're fast enough, that won't happen. If you cut down your mushroom really fast, you'll be able to jump down here and plant another mushroom. Well, we can't do that, obviously. So, you guys get an idea how this thing works. Now, I put this stair in here because I find it easier to chop these things down from the top to the bottom. If you try to chop them from up here, you're constantly trying to walk around. If you get a tall one anyways. The short ones are easy to chop down from the bottom, but when you get a tall one, you have to chop each individual block as you walk around the little pad here. So if you can just run up here, jump onto the top of the mushroom, chop it down from the top, it goes a lot faster. And the faster you go, you better, because you don't want this mycelium block right here to turn into dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for that to turn back into mycelium, and then we'll, there it goes right there. Okay, good. We don't have to cut away. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible so I can show you kind of how it works. I turned it on. We should get a mushroom. We got a mushroom. Oh, crap. That's not how it's supposed to work. We can go ahead and cut that stem down there, though, because the faster you cut that stem down right there, the less chance it is for that to turn back into dirt. So we can put another one there. Another one's grown. We can go back up. Stand in the middle this time. Chop it all down. Okay, we're not on the stem. Okay, perfect. Now we can plant another one. All right, run back up. Cut down another one. You guys see how it's going. You know what I'm doing. All right. So I'll pretty up this farm between episodes and work on a couple other things. Again, like I said earlier, we have an event coming up, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be really awesome. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and remember, I love you, all 5 of you. All right, guys, real quick, I want to show you what we're doing over here. I can't really hide the redstone unless I change the way we power this, so I put in a piston right underneath the block that the lever's on, and then I'm going to put a redstone. Oh, that's not, is it a sticky piston? Oh, it is a sticky piston. Whew. For a minute there, I thought it was a regular piston. So we're going to put that there, and then we can cover all this up. I want to show you guys that because if you tried to build this, you might be confused as to how I did it. So Just like that. Love ya.